are the researchers of the study entitled
Bioceramics from apple, snail shells, AshPomacea, Canaliculata in an application for dental fillings.
I am Samantha C. August.
I am Jet B. Mendoza.
I am Xavier Dugduban.
I am Juan Cabradilla.
And I am General C. Mulongaita.
The golden apple snails were introduced to the Philippines between 1982 and 1984 to assist low-income Filipino farmers to expand their protein sources. However, these snails have become a serious rice pest in Asian countries. As a result, the researchers narrowed down proposals for tackling pest problems. Snail shells have a high calcium content. According to research, snail shells might be used to generate hydroxyapatite, which is recognized for its biocompatibility and could be a suitable alternative for biomedical applications. Given the availability of commercial dental fillings, these apple snail shell might be a one-of-a-kind alternative material for producing excellent dental fillings at a low cost. According to the literature, dental fillings are only created and acquired in other countries, and the Philippines currently lacks a locally produced product. Instead of wasting money removing these snails from rice fields, putting apple snail shells in the dental market might be a significant source of income for farmers. If this project would be successful, this would be Coronado region's first locally produced dental filling.
The researchers gathered 1 kilogram of apple snail shells from the rice fields of La Union, Cabadbaran City. Then it was cleaned using distilled water and was later sun-dried for an hour. After sun-drying, the apple snail shells were pulverized using mortar and pestle. The obtained powdered apple snail shells underwent calcination process and were divided into 3 setups, 500, 700, and 900 degrees Celsius. The setups were submitted to Xavier University and were analyzed in FTIR analysis to determine the content of calcium phosphate. Lastly, the 4 setups were prepared for the application of HAP powder, positive control calcinated into 500, 700, and 900 degrees Celsius.
The bending mode of H2O is positioned at 1450 was very intense and narrow, which suggested that the intermolecular hydrogen-bonding water molecules was not proper. This is also evident from the result peaks due to OH stretch of water in the high energy region. The characteristic structural OH peaks appeared at 3600, 3000, and 1500. For the sample heated 900 degrees Celsius indicated the formation of calcium phosphate. Among the 4 setups, apple snail shells concentrated in 900 degrees Celsius had a 0.00 grams of weight loss, which means that it is more effective than acrylic powder, which had 0.024 weight loss. Using a pairwise comparison, it showed that the basicity and acidity in terms of degradation of the dental amalgam dentures have a significant difference with the pure, and as the temperature increases, the effectivity of the dental amalgam dentures is more effective in fighting the degradation process of the dental fillings.
Statistical analysis for the acidity showed that there is a significant difference when the pure dental amalgam is compared with the calcined dental amalgam at different temperature with p-value of 0.00, which is lower than the level of 0.05. The graph shows that the controlled setup had a high toxicity concentration out of the 3 setups and recorded a toxicity level of 278.54 micrograms per ml, which is not considered toxic from the bioassay test. Meanwhile, the 500 degrees Celsius was 1026.17 micrograms per ml, for 700 degrees Celsius, 5194 micrograms per ml, and for 900 degrees Celsius had 8202 micrograms per ml. This means that the samples have shown no ill effects and safe for the application of dental fillings.
To conclude, the goal of the study was to assess the calcium phosphate content of apple snails, which might be used as an alternative bioceramic in dental fillings. Apple snail shells have a long-term value since they are non-toxic, as proven by the toxicity test using brine shrimp bioassay. The calcine samples were subjected to FTIR analysis, which revealed that the apple snail contains calcium phosphate. The samples were further tested for basicity and acidity, and was later concluded that there is a significant difference between the 3 setups. With the growing oral market in the Philippines with a revenue of $435 million, the researchers anticipate that when the product is commercially produced, it will benefit both the consumers and producers since it offers cheap pricing alongside the capability of not getting any side effects that will surely improve its efficiency to dentistry. As for the recommendations, it is recommended to bleach the product to attain a whiter and more shinier end product to to test its flexural strength using Vickers hardness equipment and its length of service and observing its reaction to different types of gums, and later changing the adding compositions that would prevent allergic reactions to the teeth of patients.